Now this problem we're going to be looking at and determining whether the function of f of x equals 1 over x minus 1 is continuous at x equals 1. So we need to see if it's continuous at that point. Then we need to look at the outputs surrounding the values to see if they are headed toward that point. And then we need to then determine what type of discontinuity it is, if it's discontinuous, and then tell us how it, or prove, I guess, how it is that type. So your first step is you need to go ahead and you need to see if f of 1 equals anything, if it exists. So that's step 1. So f of 1 equals 1 over 1 minus 1, and that is 1 over 0, which that right there is undefined. So this is discontinuous. We now need to figure out what type of discontinuity it is, infinite, jump, or removable. Now step 2 is we need to go ahead and on the graphing calculator, look at the surrounding values as the limit, the limit as x approaches 1 from the smaller side, what it equals, and then the limit as x approaches 1 from the larger side. The goal is that these two are approaching the same value. So bringing in our table, obviously when you get to the homework you will need to do the table, but I have it for you right now. So this is showing that as my x values are getting closer to 1, my y values are actually going towards negative infinity. And as my x values are getting closer to 1 from the right-hand side, my y values are headed towards positive infinity. So they don't head towards the same piece. So we know from this that we are going to get a discontinuity that is headed towards negative infinity, and the other one's headed towards positive infinity as we get closer to x minus 1, which this teeny little sketch right here just tells us that this is going to be infinite. If we get the points headed towards infinity and negative infinity, we will get an infinite discontinuity. And that is it for this problem. You don't even have to go into the third step because that second step ends it looking at the negative infinity to infinity and the fact that it is undefined. And just in case if you guys do need, here's the graph that's a little more accurate than my sketch. So you can see what it's headed to as the x values get closer to 1 from each way. This one's going up and that side's going down. So it's not headed towards the same piece, and that's it.